Okay. We back. The sound ain't working. We can hear you though.
Now and then.
Oh no, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I told you, but I'm good
So
now.
why?
I'm good now. I don't know why. I don't
All
know.
right.
I don't got the answers, but it should be working now.
There you go. There you go.
Should be
We back.
working now.
We
We
back.
good.
What episode is this, bro? Oh, 96. The episode 96 of the conspiracy. Man, we've been rocking these things out. I'm gonna start this off today. I don't need your friend. I'm lying.
Go ahead then. Run the show.
uh, Figuring shit out conspiracies, man. Y'all know what time it is. Episode 96. Y'all know who I am, King Arthur Unifying Thrive. Don't you forget it if you never heard it before. Don't forget it, goddamn it. Frank, what up, though?
What's good? Get the book. Elusive Perspective is on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble. And go to my website, elusiveperspective.com. It's up there. We got Hero in the building. What's going on, bro? It's a Wednesday night. What's happening?
That was more truth. Back with a little piece of evidence that never gets displayed to the public. We just here to inform y'all, to keep y'all minds thinking. That's all. But once you stop thinking, you stop wrong.
Oh, we got new evidence? You said we got new evidence? What we got evidence of? What's happening? What we gonna talk about today?
Hear what the man said, the end won't be for everyone, meaning that it lands beyond what we think. So what we will see as everybody calling catastrophic events, end of the world coming, it would be the end of the world for just those who are inside of the ice wall. Because there's land outside of the ice wall, people. It has to be 100%. We can't be the only one little spot here, big as this world, biggest as big as they as big as the way they say this world is, it's not possible for it just to be just us sitting right here. So we're given the illusion that we have all of these other planets that's above us. But last time I checked, when I heard the word outer, it makes me think outwards, not up, but outwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my vocabulary, that's the definition I would draw from it.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to mean something, and that's one place that's off limits that everybody signed upon, which further leads me to think is really something there that we really aren't supposed to see and not meant to see. So we'll go our whole life living on this rock, never being able to see what's on the other side of it. That's why they give us the purple globe Earth. Ain't that right, cuz?
Hey, we gonna have to. We had a conversation, man, because I don't know, man. Like I said, I ain't got no rocket. I ain't got the resources to go out there and figure shit out. So I ain't got. I can take their word for it. I can spend my whole life spinning my wheels on proving something I can't prove just yet. You know what I'm talking about? But I know when I get a rocket, I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna find out.
We
But it
can't prove
says
nothing.
but if it's a
So what?
firmament, honestly though, now if there is a firmament, because it been so many depictions that there is one, and I kind of believe it is. They're not able to penetrate to go beyond it. So where would the other planets that they're talking about? Where would they be? If they can't go past the firmament to even see anything or whatever the case may be, how would it be possible? It can't be no planets up there if there's a firmament up there. What do you think?
I think we should go over what we believe. Like,
All
I
right,
obviously I'm probably like, I'm with both of y'all. Like, I I don't believe either or. I'm the type. I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I still got to pay my bills and feed my family. Um,
bro.
so it could be flat. It could be round. It does whatever it is. It doesn't affect my life to in that kind of way. So that's where I stand. So I'm in the middle. I think, and both of y'all on the opposite side. But y'all can speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I think it's a globe. I've been told it's a globe. I have seen a bunch of debunking of, it can't be flat. But I've seen a bunch of. I think it was recently some guys went out to the Antarctica. I'm trying to find a video on TikTok. They went out to Antarctica, and said, "All right," sent the rocket or some shit up, and said, "All right, we on the ball or whatever." So I don't know, cause like I said, I ain't got no resources. I ain't got no rocket ship. I don't have a rocket ship. I can't even get to buy a drone to go that high. You know what I'm talking about? I can't even get in contact with somebody. Jeff Bezos about to send 5 to 10 females in space. I can't even get in contact with them hoes. You know what I
You're
mean?
not
So
Elon Musk. Yeah. Well, yeah.
yeah.
My belief
So
is I don't have no belief in it because I doubt that we're on a spinning ball. Like I said, it's easy to hide extraterrestrial land when you tell everybody the world is circle because you really don't see how big Antarctica is. Antarctica is to the east, the west, the north, and the south. You get what I'm saying? It's on all sides
mhm.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look at it on a globe, you don't get that depiction of that's what Antarctica is and how big it really is.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So with just knowing that, and then with the situation when them guys went to Antarctica to do the time lapse, the time was off. The position of what they was using as a sun, which really wasn't a sun, it was a fucking flashlight on on like a, almost like a speed dial. But the time, yeah, the timing and the position of the sun was off. So we'd already debunked that shit like a week after they dropped it. You get what I'm saying? But
Mhm. He said, "We who is we?"
I mean, everybody that deciphered and shut down that video. I mean, it was so many people that came out and counseled that video. It was crazy on just all the shit that they were saying due to the time lapse. You get what I'm saying? And you can't mess up on that. And if you're gonna do something, make sure you got the time lapse right.
I'm gonna
And the
look at the
position,
video, Frank. I'm gonna send that video to you, too, because when he's talking about,
Yeah.
yeah, in the position of the sun. You get what I'm saying? The position stayed the same the whole time. It didn't drop at all
Oh,
of
you're
the
talking about
angle.
the eclipse?
No, no,
That.
no.
Oh.
It was a
nah, this like
video.
December.
Yeah, some guys went to Antarctica to prove that the Earth was round. But my thing is, if you can't go past the ice wall, how can you prove if something is round? You can't see the rest of the land. So how can you just say, yeah, it's round? My indication would be more on a it's flat because y'all won't allow people to go to Antarctica. Because honestly, if we was allowed to go all through that shit, everybody that said the Earth was round would change what they believe.
Yeah. So there's when it comes to Antarctica, there's conflicting information. On one side, you have the militaries guarding that shit, and treaties. We have all the major superpowers of the world have a treaty where they agree to something specifically towards Antarctica. But meanwhile, we can have all these wars and disagreements and all this. So there's that, and then there's people saying that we can't go there; they won't allow us. But then they do have expeditions, they do have researchers, and so the people that believe in globe Earth tend to lean towards that. Like, yes, we have had people go there, we had research, but it's all hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like the three of us, we never been. We're not going anytime soon. And again, it's just information we're getting from mainstream, right? You know what I'm saying? We it's really hard to prove or disprove or debunk because
Facts.
where we are in the hierarchy of this planet. You know what I'm saying?
Protected though. That shit has more protection than the White House. You get what
And
I'm saying?
it's far as fuck. Yeah, it's costly. Yeah.
It's actually, you get what I'm saying? So it got to hit you in your head to be like, what is over there that they would want to hide? You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? It has to be land there. It is nothing else that they could say that's over there that they would say, you know what, we don't want the American people to see. Ain't nothing dangerous over there unless y'all over there experimenting on shit. But y'all do that over here, so you don't even need all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's enough land that way where you can do all that on. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? And then they take you on the little expeditions. You go a little beyond, not even beyond the wall, but you don't get to no land. You stay on a fucking boat and in the water. You
Mm-hmm.
don't come off that boat and walk around and literally see shit. Not gonna happen. They won't even let you fly a drone over that shit.
Okay, I got the
How
I
you know
got.
you got a drone to fly over there? I keep fucking with you. I got to. Cause if
Huh?
I had a drone, I'd fly that bitch over there though.
Yeah, but it's a no fly zone, cuz.
Oh hell yeah,
I'm,
Even
I,
Antarctica.
oh, I'm a big believer in
Antarctica,
asking for forgiveness versus permission.
He's not lying.
yeah, it's a
I
no
believe it.
fly zone, It's a no-fly zone, no boat zone, because you get too close with the boat, with them people come on the thing and tell your ass, listen, we done seen videos of them guys floating too close, and you got the fucking National Guard or whoever guarding this shit like, hey, the guns is trained on y'all coming a little too close. Y'all need to move on. Come on, not gonna happen. You ain't never seen nobody trying to scale that ice wall, hey?
I'm trying to go though. What's up? You trying to put a little pennies together and get a boat? What's up?
Yeah, because that's what heaven is. That's what heaven. The heaven everybody looking for that you can experience while you alive, not the one they want you to look for when you're dead. That makes no sense because you don't know you're dead. You don't even know you fucking dead, but you come on, experience. Wow. Anyway, that's what heaven is. That's where everything is nice and good and shit like that over. You always wonder if we the people that does all the working, we work all day long, work. Is somewhere, is a set of people somewhere in this world that's just living. And it ain't just a set of people. Everybody on the side of that ice wall probably is fucking chilling, living off the slave labor of us. Come on, man.
Well, how do we know? What if there's other societies like us that are sheltered and lied to? They have their own, version of society. You know what I'm saying? What if there's just look, when it comes to disclosure, these movies, Hunger Games, the Maze. I think there was a movie called The Maze, where these guys were trapped in a maze thing.
Maze Runners.
Yeah. And there's movies like this, and there's so many of them where it tells a story of a secluded group of people. Divergent was another one too.
Mm-hmm.
People that are trapped in a society and they have their ways, but then somebody, an outlier, goes beyond the border and discovers new territory, new lands, new people. And there's so many of these type of stories in Hollywood, and it's almost like they're trying to tell us.
They have to.
Right. They're telling us that we are the same, but for those very few who have the gall or whatever, the mojo, to go beyond and be curious and be adventurous or whatever, that there are some people that find the secret, discover the secret, get out, but instead of getting out and being free, they actually get out from one system and they end up in another system with rules and limitations and boundaries. And so they're really not breaking free. They're just breaking free from one level into another prison, so to speak. And I think, I watch those movies and I think about it and I'm like, it's kind of like our society now. But at the same time, it makes you wonder, like, this whole dome stuff and the wall, and maybe there are other lands where there's other peoples, maybe even different races or different races than what we used to over here. And there's just a whole nother civilization, societies living life, living under different type of rules, different limitations, different propaganda, different lies, and it could be all type of these things. You know what I'm saying? But we'll never know. We're not going to know because why would they tell us? How would we get to know? You know what I mean?
Find out. Listen, we gonna find out. Enough people get up, enough courage and mobility, and be willing to just say, you know what, fuck it. Mm-hmm. Hey, we ride for the cause. But the thing about it is, man, I believe it's people just like us over there that's cut off from us, just like we're cut off from them. You get what I'm saying? Whether they're experiencing everything that we're experiencing, I doubt it, because this is more of a controlled living setting, reality-wise. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if there's control like that, which I don't believe it would be, but I think people just like us live over there. They have the same setup. They probably go to work or whatever the case may be, but it's a little different. You heard about when my man went over the wall and what he seen. He seen nothing but what? Trees, grass, forest. Admiral Byrd, yeah. When he went over it, so we know it. And I done seen old maps of alligators there. I done seen old maps of alligators. Is that real shit? Because you got to think about it. If they have trees and they have forests, why they couldn't have all types of wildlife? We've been told that it's cold there, but that's not what it is. We're locked inside of these ice walls that we can't get past, so we expect that it's cold in Antarctica, because that's what we've been told. We know the information we get is flawed. We all know that. So of
All
course they
right,
would see
so
it.
quick
Uh-huh.
question for you. What's up with Antarctica and Alaska? Are they the same thing? Because both of them are supposed to be poles of the globe, right? So are they two? Because are they two different things, or are they the same exact thing, right? Because that would answer the questions. Am I wrong, or because like
Alaska
one
is
is one,
surrounded by water. It's
Yeah.
not near
but
by so.
it's a pole, right? It's a
You talking
pole is the
about
top, supposed to be top piece, and then Antarctica is the bottom piece, right? Or
no
vice
no.
versa.
You talk about
So,
Greenland. I forget the North Pole's like Greenland and Canada. Alaska.
hey,
Not.
I mean,
Alaska,
my geography is not that great, but I'm
All right,
pretty sure.
I'm
Alaska,
gonna Google it right quick.
Alaska is attached though, isn't it? It's
No,
not.
What? Alaska's surrounded by. Maybe I'm tripping, bro.
No,
Oh,
it's.
that's
I
how they
mean,
show us on the map. They show us.
Yeah.
exactly. It's
Okay,
attached
okay.
because Russia used to own Alaska.
Oh yeah,
Russia wants,
Alaska's attached to Canada.
and he's trying, and Putin trying to get Alaska back, and he's going to get it, hundred
Hey,
percent.
don't ask me shit about geography because I don't know geography.
No, it
So
would. Listen,
basically, it says the North Pole is not a part of a country. So what about the South Pole?
That's the South Pole's in Antarctica all day. That's all Antarctica.
Is it a country though?
but see,
The South Pole is
Antarctica.
not a country either, but Antarctica is a continent.
I think there's people that live there.
How you gonna
They
give
All
it
right,
a
let's find
continent
out.
if ain't nobody lives there? How you putting continent on shit that
Oh,
don't? And
he said no. He said he thinks people live there. Antarctica population is about 1,000 people, and then the summer about 5,000 people. So a few people do live there.
no, it's more than that. Cause big as Antarctica is, yeah, come on, man. It's crazy, man. You can literally fit the equator inside of Antarctica about 15 to 20 times. Stop
Uh,
it. And you can Google that. And that's
How
just
to?
that's just the research of the land part that they told us that of how big Antarctica is. Because as I stated before, Antarctica is to the north, the south, the east, and the west. And if we go back to the other video, the map will show you how that shit is laid out and how
So,
small we are, literally, how small we are compared to this big ass structure that we
so here we
call.
go. Here we go. So United States is about 3.8 million square miles, right? Antarctica is 14 million square miles
How big is
or
the equator?
kilometers. How long is the equator?
How big is the equator?
How long is the equator?
Yeah, long, big.
like the circumference
Uh-huh.
or is it 6,000 miles? I have no idea.
No, the equator is 24,000 miles.
Exactly.
25, almost 25,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, ask
Come
Hero.
on, man.
Let Hero tell it. It's not.
Ain't no equator.
Hey, dude, come on now. Come on. It's that's just what in order for it to be an equator, they have to say it's a circle globe. You get what I'm saying? They give us some type of midway point. How is it a midway point?
Hmm.
Only on a circle globe. You can't have a midway point on a flat map
No, it's true.
unless you're going sideways with it. And we know nobody lives sideways and nobody lives upside down.
All right. So before let's jump into the Antarctica sun video because I got that pulled up. You want to see this real quick? So we can see. Oops, no, wrong one. See what they're talking about. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Y'all should be able to hear it.
Aliens. Richard says aliens over there.
They say a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is undeniable proof of a globe Earth. But what if this proof not only contradicts logic, but also contradicts the Word of God? Stay with me. This is going to make you question everything that you've ever been taught.
Geez,
You
not
may have heard of the
everything.
final experiment where researchers went to Antarctica and recorded the sun circling above the horizon for 24 hours straight and declared it undeniable evidence of a globe. But does this align with the reality God laid out for us in His Word, or is this another man-made narrative designed to deceive? God's Word gives us a different picture of creation. Genesis 1, 6 through 8 speaks of a
You look
firmament
like,
that
Show us the
separates the
pictures.
waters
I
above
know.
from
You
the
look like,
waters below.
He going in religious angle.
Psalms 104:5 says he set the earth on its foundations and it can never be moved. All these verses describe a stationary earth and not a spinning globe. If scripture is the foundation, how does a 24-hour sun fit into God's design? Let's think critically. The technology for artificial suns exists. It's public knowledge.
spitting all on
If
that
humans
mic
can
too,
create
bro.
a glowing orb that mimics sunlight, what's from
Pause.
stopping powerful organizations
What happened?
Nah, I say he spitting all on that mic. Pause.
from creating the perfect 24-hour sun? John 8:44 reminds us that Satan is the father of deception. Could this be part of a bigger plan to deceive us from God's
you
true
know it.
creation? Beyond that, we have atmospheric tricks.
you watch
The
this before you
extreme
sent it to me?
conditions of Antarctica
Hell
can
no.
bend and distort
No.
light. What if the 24-hour sun
Hell
isn't
no.
It's just,
He about to get into it now.
the sun
He
itself,
preaching.
but reflection or refraction of light in the atmosphere, or even off of the dome of the firmament, especially considering that Antarctica is the ice ring. Psalms 14:15 reminds us, the simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. We must approach this with discernment. But Antarctica is one of the most locked down places on Earth.
okay.
The Antarctic Treaty locks out independent researchers, and all data comes from government-backed sources. Why the secrecy? Could it be that Antarctica holds undeniable evidence of God's creation? A flat and unmovable earth covered by his firmament. Psalm 2:2 says the kings rise up and the rulers band together against the Lord. And none of this is about science. It's all about control and deception. But the real question is, why is this narrative being pushed so hard? Could it be about more than just proving a globe? Could it be about discrediting flat earthers or silencing those who believe
I'm watching
God's
Unsolved
word over
Mysteries.
man's? John 8:32 says, then you will know the
Get him outta
truth
here.
and the truth will set you.
I feel like I'm
Get him
watching
outta here.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Hey,
Get him
hey,
out of here.
get back to the thank you. Just let him play for a little bit.
Okay,
So
we're
he
gonna
can
watch
kill-
this one.
Alright.
This guy's
Yeah.
he's gonna talk. You watch this, right? He's gonna talk about the wall and what's beyond in the lands. All right. 'Cause this dude was tripping.
I'm from out here, but I incarnated here. Pallades.
Ladies.
Look,
Ladies.
back home I put Pallades. Yeah? This is the most formal, the most look-alike, the most trusting, what would
Frank,
Yo.
hit the pause. I wanted you to pause it because I wanted you to show us where we was at. You see right here where that red lettering is?
Known lands, yeah.
Okay, now we're inside it. Count the walls. 1, 2, 3. We're in the right there in that middle wall, that center one.
Okay.
Right there where that's where we at.
So
So pay attention to that area when after you hit play. Go ahead.
all right.
would be towards you like here, because they look like you, but only they're all perfect, they're all beautiful, they're all
we're not
blonde
perfect.
and blue-eyed, they've all got athletic physiques, they've all
Look at this
got,
shit.
and all you women, this world have got all the arse and tits what you love,
What?
and all that lips, all that lip game you got going on here, yeah? Everything you long for and dream for in here is in my world.
His
That
world.
shit.
Wake your asses up.
Oh.
All that thousands of pounds they gets you to pay to look beautiful is all here for free.
Mhm.
Nothing. For nothing.
South.
And we have come in here to show you. What's fucking hard about that? What the fuck is hard about that? Apart from a shitload of people claiming to be connected to my world.
Yep.
Now,
Bullshit.
I am Elder Christan. You've got elders controlling these continents under my mother and her 6 sisters. Yeah, they're all under male elder names, but who are they all
Yeah.
flamed up to?
This nigga sound just crazy last
All
night.
these males what control these
Pay attention
continents.
to the map,
What are they
bud.
bound up to? They've got
That's
flames,
the
they
same
have.
that,
That's what
Dave
makes them
showed
what they
us.
are. This is what makes them loved, fulfilled. This is what makes all those elders what control them continents pure, perfect, beautiful. Animals, children before adults. What makes all that lot? Where do them elders come from?
What's he talking about?
Why are they
Man.
like males?
80s, where he come
Why
from.
are they like
Oh, Pallades.
Right there.
Okay.
Yes. And how much better it is there.
Because they're married to my mother's sisters. And my mother controls a shitload of this over here as well.
That's a lot of fucking lands.
And she's
Look at that
just
shit,
about to
man.
control a shitload of that over there
Copy.
to bring back to, humane.
Yo, this dude
Why
sounds
the
high as
fuck
fuck.
do you not think it's
Boy, you telling
freezing
me.
cold over here and it's all beautiful and nice over here? Oh, and it's even darker down here. So you got cold, you got beautiful vegetation worlds, and then you got this dumb fucks area down here. Look, full of shit. Jupiter, custodians,
Alright, so
niggeroo.
Hero, give us,
Yep.
tell us what these circles are. What's going on here? I'm seeing names of planets.
All, yeah. When they holler 9 planets and we have all the extra planets and this, that, and the third, this is what they're speaking of.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And if you look at all of these places, they have domes over top of them. The
Mhm.
same way we have one sitting in the middle, sitting over top of us. But look at the lands from each side compared to where they show us on this map. We are damn near the smallest area on this completed map, not the map that they done already gave us, because they don't alter that anyway. Because the size of the place, they don't flip that all upside down.
Right.
That ain't even a real map. So I don't even pay attention to that shit. But when you start to see maps like this when the truth starts to come out. Because I can respect a map that looks like this, that shows other lands other than us inside of this encavement, basically, because we can't go nowhere. What is going on? What kind of life? Who is living in all of these other areas that we cannot go to and visit?
Right.
Or you get what I'm saying? Why are we cut off here? What is that for?
So, do we know, or do you know, if all of these have domes, who put the domes? Who's the facilitator?
Oh, my
of-
mama.
Who's the facilitator of all these different lands and all these domes? Like, there's got to be somebody at the very tippy top of all of this that's running this whole shit. Do we know that, or it's just
That I don't, because I'm not a God believer first and foremost. I mean, God is an English word, so I mean, literally, it's an English word. English language is only 1,500
so
years old.
So the prevailing theory is that's God. This is all God's creation, I guess, for the religious
I
people.
mean, religious people would say that because they would say God created everything, but nobody can say who created the God. But that's what religious people would say because they don't have an answer. Neither does we. But to just say that, hey, he did it, or they did it, or it did it, you know what I mean? To me, it speaks to a delusional state in a lot of people's mind, because that will be your go-to to say that, oh, we'll just say he did it because we don't know. Rather than just saying you don't know, I respect that from anybody. But when you keep talking about you believe, we know you don't know.
Yeah. Well, you
So
know what this, yeah.
However it was set up, however this shit was structured, because like I said, energy can't create energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. So however this was set up, that was the setup of how it was done. I can't give that to a person, call God and say, oh, he did it. Nah.
Yeah. But you know what interesting? What this does remind me of, what it looks like is a cell, right? You know how we got you
Right.
zoom into our bodies, we got cells, and in the cells is like a boundary and a border, and then inside there's organelles and organs or whatever, and then there's like a cell. And this, you're looking at this looks like a huge cell, and it looks like organelles in the cell, right? And then you know what they say, as above, so below, right? So if we look in our skin and we use a microscope and look at our cells, it looks like this. If this is a true zoomed out picture of the world, it looks like this is a cell, and then maybe next to this, right, there's another cell that looks like this. Maybe this is all part of a larger organism. You know what I'm saying? If you keep zooming out, there's a huge creature, or
Like in Men in Black.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just fractals within fractals. But I'm just saying, it just looks like a cell to me. If this is an accurate picture of what's out there, who the fuck knows? I don't know. We don't know. This
All
guy
right, so I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I got a question for Hebrew. So, what about how you explain time zones? Why the sun sets? If the shit is globe, why don't the sun set everywhere at one time?
Because I
How
believe
come when it sets over here? How come when it set over here in the East Coast, it's still shining dumb bright in the West Coast?
I don't believe that's the real sun, cuz. I believe
But
that's
all right, the light,
why
nigga.
the reason why the reason why I
He
say
said
that
the light.
because I believe they have somehow in some way put more than one sun in the sky. Because I've always said it's not possible for everybody to be looking at the
So
same
they saying
sun.
they turned off our flashlight, keeping their flashlight on.
Could be. I mean,
Nigga.
that's the reason why I say that, because that's something that we would never know. You get what I'm saying? When it far as coming, just like with the Antarctica shit, that's something we would never know. But you can't tell me, you can't put that there used to be two suns and now one is gone. Now you're talking about the moon has split in half. Now there's two moons.
Where you get
That's
two
the new
moons
thing.
from?
Yeah, research it. They talking about the moon split.
Back in the day?
All right,
Oh,
Or
recent shit. Some recent shit. They talking about the moon split, man. They been talking about that shit on TikTok all day. I said, these motherfucking people crazy. Now they talking about the
Bro.
moon split. Who is giving us this information, man? And we
I
supposed
remember a couple weeks ago we had a months ago we had a temporary moon. Remember we said that shit was about the size of a bus,
see,
but that was just an asteroid coming to visit and go and get gone.
Yeah, it was a satellite,
But
supposedly.
all right, here go another one for you. So Hebrew said, I think Hebrew said they got flashlights in the sky, cut them shits on and off. They got dimmers on the fucking flashlights in the sky, my boy. All right, here go the other one. So look, if this is a goddamn, you only believe it's a moon out there, do you? Because when we see the eclipse and the moon goddamn is full, why is it a whole circle? Like when it's eclipse, why is that a sphere
because
and this shit ain't?
all right, but first of all, the
Talk to
moon
him.
the moon is way smaller than the sun, so how the fuck could it cover the sun?
Distance, goddamn it, it's so far
it is
away.
400 times. The
The
moon, the
No,
sun is
sir.
400 times the size of the moon, and
Come
the sun
on,
is exactly 400 times away in space. That's
Yes,
that's what they tell
That's-
us.
but you acting like
They forgot
Go
this
ahead.
time though, because when they did the eclipse, the moon was out on the other side.
I ain't see them on the other side.
And we got,
And I was outside looking.
video. Look, it's plenty of video.
I
of the
was
moon
outside
being
looking.
out.
I don't need a video. I was outside. I was looking.
Maybe
All right,
you
so
didn't
to
see
me-
the moon from where you was at.
Cause y'all need to mix shit up. Look, here you go. It's just like if you put your thumb up in front of the sun, but you can hide the whole sun with your thumb. That's the premises for me. That's how I think about it, right?
You ain't gonna turn the light off of it though, cause you ain't gonna cut the light off of it. It gonna
And
still be
anybody
reflecting
the
around
light
your
was,
thumb.
you still could see the shadow of the sun behind the damn moon.
How? Cause you only see they show a thin line, literally. Come on, man. How big is the moon? How big is the moon compared to the sun?
A block of cheese. It's
Yeah.
400. It's 400 times smaller.
Airplanes, when they fly in front of the sun, we still see the sun. Shit fly in front of
The
the
moon's
sun.
1,000 miles, 1,000 miles, square miles, 1,000 square
Yeah.
miles.
What's the equator? What's the circumference of the moon?
All right, let's see.
And the only thing they got that can cover
The
up
radius
sun,
of the moon is 1,080 miles, 1,000 miles radius, 1,000-mile radius.
What's the radius again? The center to the edge. What's the
The
circumference?
diameter is 2,000 miles.
2,000
And it's
miles
crazy, though.
across.
you know what's
around.
funny though? In the daytime, when we see the moon, we can see almost damn near. It's like it's transparent. So when the eclipse was out, why wasn't the moon transparent during that time? Why was the moon black in the daytime?
Because it was in front of it, goddammit.
Huh? So, okay, now, like you just said, if the moon was out in the daytime and it's transparent, so if a light gets behind it, why would it get darker? If we could damn near see clouds through the sun, through the moon in the daytime, why would it get
Who
darker?
said the moon was transparent? Who said it was transparent?
But now,
I
okay,
see.
so exactly. The question is, how did the moon turn dark black to cover up the sun in the daytime if we always see the moon in the daytime and it's white? It's not
Because
dark.
you looking at the reflection.
Wait, what?
What reflection?
The sun light is reflecting off the moon.
Oh, he's saying that's why it looks white, cause.
Yeah.
Well, but I gonna call bullshit on that because if it's a sphere, if you shine a light on a sphere, it's
Uh-huh.
not gonna be a perfect. A ball won't reflect light perfectly even like that. It'll shine wherever the light is hitting the ball more. It's gonna be a gradient off. Let me try to find a picture of this because
But
Yeah, just like a crescent moon. Right?
but it looks the same way whether the sun is out in the morning or the sun is not out in the morning. The
Bro,
moon
you
will still
so
be out and
when
it
you
still
say
has
that
that look to it because the
when
moon
you
is
say the
out.
sun
Go
so
ahead.
bro, when you saying right,
hold on, there it is.
so when you're saying the sun ain't out, you're meaning it's cloudy where you at. The sun is always out, my boy.
No, cause I mean the sun don't always shine every day, but I see the moon a lot in the daytime and the sun won't be out because you don't need the sun to light the earth. The earth will still be lit without the sun being out. And
What?
and what you mean? On cloud when the sun is not out, what you mean? It tells you it says, hold on now, hold on. The earth
What?
does not need the sun to be lit. What do you mean? If they hide it, my thing is, because they have videos of the sun being gone, like you're about to see now. Now that the time is about to change, you're about to see that it's going to be light out. It's going to get no matter of fact, we just went through it because it's about to get it's about to do it now. We just went through it. That nighttime. I mean, it could still be fucking look 7 o'clock at night outside, and the sun is gone. The sun ain't even up. It's still light outside. It only gets dark when they roll in the clouds. So the sun don't be out, but it's still we can still see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is the big ass ball of fire is in the sky at all times. We just facing it at different times of the day. Yeah? So when we turning away from that hole, we still can see glimpses of it until we can't no more. Right?
Because you never came outside and didn't see the sun and it was light out. What was the sun at during that time? What was it at?
Just look at the picture right here. Look,
Well,
click on this picture in the middle.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, look at this picture right here.
Which
Go left, one more,
this one?
down one.
This one?
Yeah, click on that one. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now look at the form shadow, right? Look at this shadow piece right here, the middle piece. You could be if you're standing under the word light and looking toward yourself, you're not gonna see the sun, even though it's still beaming and it's gonna be light out. What are you talking about?
So where is the sun when we come out in the daytime and we don't see it? And it's light
Under
out.
your horizon. It's under your horizon. Just like when you're facing, just like if you right on top of the W, right? If you're on top of this W, you're gonna see light, but you're not gonna see the sun because it's at your back. But it's still shining bright enough so you can see light up your area.
So what angle is the sun shining to show the shadow at this
It's not what angle it's shining at, it's the direction that the space on the earth that you're facing.
So you really think the moon blocked out the sun to call an eclipse?
Boy, I just told you can hold your thumb up to the moon, to the sun, and not see it.
But
Wait,
you
wait,
was
no,
still,
it's not. Oh, I see what but it's not gonna block out the sky.
exactly. You still, it's not gonna turn the whole.
Okay, okay, okay. So,
Come on,
all
man.
right.
Listen,
So,
this
no,
is
no. Hero got a point. Now I'm following. Now Hero got a point because if the sun is 400 times away from the Earth than the moon, right? And then the moon gets in front of the sun and blocks out the sun, right? Causing the blackout.
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh.
And then makes the sky, which is blue, black. But when you put your thumb in the sky to block out the sun, it doesn't turn the sky black because the sun is still coming around your thumb, right? He's saying
That's
that the same thing should happen with the moon getting in front of the sun because if it's so far back, light should still be able to reach around and cover the earth. Did I say that right?
It was in a.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I'm saying it's in a perfect alignment that where there is a shadow being cast. It's not blocking out the light. You still seeing light. It was still light out.
I see what he's saying. He's saying depending where you were standing on Earth.
Not for everybody, cuz.
Yes, some people
Nobody
get
seeing a
partial.
blackout.
Some people experience total darkness.
Yeah, because they're in the direct path.
It's total
the
darkness.
Shadow.
Right.
It's just like taking a magnifying glass. It's just like taking a magnifying glass when you putting that when you get the point right, that shit is definite. But if you tilt it a little teeny bit, you'll see a little shadow, and it's still in the direct line of the sun.
Yeah, but the moon.
Hey, Frank over there had a good old time.
We ain't paying attention in science class. I can tell you right now.
Way smaller than the sun could never completely black that motherfucker out. I don't give a fuck what angle it's at. It's not possible to just completely black it out to have the whole sky go dark. Even for those who was in the totality area, it's not big enough to do that.
And I can see that too, because when you do the thumb thing, you know what I'm saying. It's a smaller scale. It's a really smaller scale, but
Right.
You can put yourself in your thumb shadow, right? But the sky is still lit. You see what I'm saying?
But
So
it'll still be goddamn dark.
You would have to
Shadow.
say you would have
You'll
to
be in
say
the shadow.
so what they want people to believe is the darkness came from the shadow of the moon. That's what they want us to believe. That's why it was dark, because the sun shining on the moon can't shine through it, so it hits. How the fuck could it cast a shadow though? Hold on, hold. If that's just like me shining a light on a black piece of paper.
It's not a black piece of paper. It is a
that,
fucking solid ass rock.
Whistling P.
hold on, in that form, it becomes a black piece of paper. Honestly, it's technically what we're speaking. It becomes a black rock because that's the way it looks if you're looking up at it during that time. So
what's the P-hole bag?
Whistling P-hole on Rumble. Whistling
That name is crazy, bro.
If they were saying that, if they were saying that the moon was equal the size of the sun, I could go with it.
Yeah.
If that was the case, I could go with it 100%. But if you're telling me that motherfucker is so much smaller than the sun, it ain't possible.
Yeah.
But I'm go ahead, Frank.
I'm trying to Whistling P-hole. He commented on Rumble. He said that last eclipse was the most heavily chemtrail day ever, and that's true. I remember that date. April 9th, 2024. Everybody was, the news was hyping this shit up like there was gonna be something crazy going on.
Aliens jumping out that bitch.
And it was okay. Now my camera gonna start fucking doing crazy shit. The camera, not the camera. What was I talking about? Chemtrails. There was so many fucking chemtrails that day. It was retarded, to be honest.
People trying to fix some shit that makes some shit that ain't even really happening. Because I mean, literally everybody in the world was standing outside to see this shit, and y'all out here in the motherfucking little plane spraying it out the sky. I mean, I recorded it, spraying it and everything.
I got one more tidbit that we can close this out and move on. Find us something else, Frank. I'm just gonna say the distance, how close the Earth and the Moon are, right, compared to how far the Sun is from us. That's what make it possible for the classic shadow. And like you're saying, it's not a porous, it's not a gas. It's not like what planet of gas, Saturn or some shit, right? Or Jupiter or some shit. They gases, right? So I would expect more of the sunlight to permeate or be transparent through them. The moon is a rock, a solid ass rock. Ain't no light ever coming through that hole. So therefore, that's why we get in the shadow. Right. So when you shine a light on a piece of paper, that thin ass layer of paper, or a decent sized piece of paper, right? If you get a thick enough cardboard, ain't no light coming through that bad boy. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying, which means that the light, the paper, the piece of paper compared to the light, the flashlight is smaller than the paper. If I back up further away from the paper, I'm gonna get a reflection coming around it. You get what I'm saying? That's
what you got.
What I'm saying.
So I guess we butt heads at. I'm saying you can still see the sun around when the eclipse was out, but you saying in total eclipse, some niggas seeing straight shadow darkness and you couldn't see shit.
They did, and they tried to orchestrate it by being out spraying the chemtrail to try to darken the sky.
I don't give a fuck about the chemtrail.
They was out. They was
crazy.
They was out here with it spraying, doing so. And my thing is, what was you out spraying if there was nothing to hide? Because everybody witnessed something on that day that the moon did not pass through that. I told you look into Probe 3 on coronagraph. Look into that. And it wasn't an eclipse, it was an ellipse.
Get them.
One of them L's out, it was an ellipse, not an eclipse. Let me take the C out.
What's the difference, nigga?
Huh?
What's the difference?
That small object that they had sliding through the sky that they called the moon during that time. You Probe 3 and coronagraph. I looked into all of that. That's what, because when they was doing a couple of their little meetings and talking about the eclipse, they slipped a couple times and said the word ellipse. I pay attention to shit like that. So when I go to researching ellipse, it pulls me to everything dealing with that the fake eclipse that they said was supposed to take place. They launched a small object in the sky that basically covered this covered the sun, but had us thinking that it was the moon.
All right. Now let's have a conversation. Because you just told me that the motherfucking man-made object, right? The coronagraph was in the ellipse, right? So it wasn't the moon; it was a man-made object. So you trying to tell me this man-made object the same size as the moon?
No, cuz they would listen during that time.
Hold on, answer that question. You trying to tell me the coronagraph is the same size as the goddamn moon?
Bigger. It was bigger than the moon, cuz it was way bigger than the moon.
Niggas made it.
There's some technology that they literally came up with and was showing it off. That's what the Probe 3 coronagraph shit is about. This is some new technology. Some new technology that they had. If you look into it, you will see it. It's some new technology.
All right. It only launched in December. It's supposed to launch December. East Coast of India on November 3rd. Let me see. How big is this hole? How big is it?
And why is the name of it close to ellipse? You hear me? Listen to the name. The name is ellipse, and we're looking for an eclipse. Come on. These how these people playing our face. I told you can pull up the videos where they slipping when they saying it. It's no different than Obama called it Michelle Michael. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you thinking people won't catch on to it, but we was hearing the word ellipse so much, it made me start to dig into it. And it'll show once you get a little time, look into the ellipse and what it is.
Hey, my boy.
So
this thing is only 150 meters, 500 feet.
Well, that's just what they telling you.
God damn, cuzzo.
My camera's...
Find me a new topic, Frank.
Yeah. My camera it started tripping, so I'm gone, but y'all can still hear me, hopefully.
Yeah, but what I'm saying...
Winston and P.O. said ellipse is the path of travel, like how the planets travel, or like an elliptical. Shout out to Winston and P.O. We laugh too much at that name.
That shit funny, boy.
Y'all can't see me. My camera just said "fuck you." Are we wrapping up, or what are we doing? What's going on?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, my takeaway is stop believing what the people is telling you.
Mm,
Because at the end of the day, these people have a reason to lie. You
mm.
don't. We're in search of the information because they
Frank your
hold.
space. My bad.
We hold. They hold all the cards, so we are constantly in search of information, which sometimes and often lead to misinformation. We
Mm.
up here trying to figure this shit out just like everybody else. You get what I'm saying? So don't take nothing we say for face value. If you want to know more about a lot of the shit that we speak on, go research it. Find out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you figure that we said anything wrong, leave it in the comment. Let us know. Each one teach one. That's the way the mental grows.
Facts. Man, I don't know either way. Man, I got work, I got to pay bills, I got family to feed.
Yeah.
To me, it don't matter. It would be nice if I mean, I don't know. We've had 100+ years of globe stuff, indoctrination. We've been indoctrinated since we were kids. They, in schools, they gave us the 9 planets. They tell us the colors they are. They make us memorize the names. They get us when we young. So if this is all, if it's flat, if there's domes, there's other domes. It's a hell of a conspiracy. I mean, if it ever comes out, I'd like to know why. What was the real reason for the bullshit? Why not tell us? What are they hiding? You know what I'm saying? But either way,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Does it matter? Kinda. Does it affect our lives? Maybe not, unless there's a major reason for us not knowing. If there's a real reason for us not to know this information. Otherwise, it don't matter. But that's where I stand. I still gotta do what I gotta do. That's my takeaway.
Uh, yeah, man. I ain't got a rocket ship. I can't go figure it out. I can't. As of right now, I might get a rocket ship one day. I'm gonna come back and tell y'all if they don't shoot me down the way back. You know what I'm talking about? I don't. It don't make no. Like you said, nigga, we got a dictator in office running our shit. You know what I mean? Nigga firing people left and right. They poison your water. They poisoning your food. These are the same people that killed MLK for saying we got to just come together and work together. So yeah, man, I don't think that should matter. If we can't come together as a people to motherfucking just be better, to grow, to control what we can control, and accept things we can't. Like finding a fucking firmament or goddamn we on planets or not. You know what I mean? Like that's just more distraction. I get we just indulging for an hour. It's a good conversation, good topic. You know what I'm talking about? But on the real, nigga, they about to, the people in the office about to have this shit upside down, Civil War type shit. So you laughing,
That's
Frank?
not,
Dead
bro.
ass.
It's all
Dead ass.
propaganda, bro. All of this
It
propaganda.
is, but bro, them niggas is being weird with it. They gonna have a civil war
Yo,
just because it ain't. They
every
ain't.
every administration.
That's conversation next
do.
week.
Yeah, every
Not
administration
not
is weird.
not to this extreme, my boy. And they've never had a civilian in office with classified information. He ain't got no top secret clearance. You know he
Yes,
don't,
he
Frank.
do, bro. Yo, you
Boy,
can't you
hush.
don't get government contracts if you don't got a clearance. He got a clearance. He's had clearance for years. He's
is your
cleared.
But
money?
okay, let's say all right. You say he got a clearance,
He
but why
definitely
is
got a
he
clearance.
getting? Why is he getting subsidies, but also in a place to control how things are moving? That's a conflict of interest, is it not?
Yo, you don't. Okay, so
Is it not?
no, mad people get appointed.
They ask you.
Mad,
They
mad.
ask you on your job
Wait,
application if you own stock in a particular company or if you own banks in different countries,
bro.
just for this
We're not
particular reason
talking
here.
about. We're not talking about regular people. Elon.
Why he so different?
He's not. What I'm trying to tell you is there's mad people that
Yeah.
that buy those offices, those cabinet members, and when a new president comes in, they pick their friends to head those agencies. None of them are qualified. They all friends of friends, or they bought the fucking office. He's not different.
Civil War.
He's just probably more famous than most of them. You know what I'm saying? But
Civil
he's
War.
a head of an agency. He got picked because he's friends with the man. Just like Biden picked his friends, Obama picked his friends, Clinton picked his friends. For some reason, everybody's up in arms about Elon, but he's no different than any other cabinet head agency person.
He just got
Civil
enough
War. I'm trying to tell you.
money. That's all.
Civil
It,
War. Get y'all some guns, get y'all some seeds, get y'all some motherfucking, get you a community, because shit about to get funky.
He's just famous, and he's an asshole, and he's
this conversation for next week then.
Yeah. He's no different. That's what I'm saying.
Out Antarctica. That's why we need to be checking on Antarctica. You're upset about what's about to go on. We need to be going to the other lands.
Right.
For what? For we go over there and be upset about that shit and forget about this shit. Just like the other day when they was in the off Congress, when they was talking shit and they put the man out, and somebody was like, "Why everybody ain't put out? Leave with him." If they would have left with the man, then the fools in the KKK in the building would have been just doing whatever, right, saying whatever, and there would have been nobody there to check them or to even record what the fuck was going on inside. So
this
that's my piece.
Stuff is it's all theater, bro. This is like a movie for us to watch. None of it's real. It's not real.
Until it ain't.
It's not real. All right, but yeah, we'll probably talk about
until it ain't.
Hopefully my camera's working and stop tripping on me. But this was
Frank went to the moon on our ass.
Episode, yeah. I went straight to space. Let me see. Whistling P-Ho. Let's close out with Whistling P-Ho. He said,
Whistling P-Ho.
There is an interview with Elon's childhood nanny out there, difficult to find, but what she said was, when he was a kid, she followed him through a portal where he met with an Egyptian god. Oh,
I see.
I believe. Okay. Hey, these people. Hey, let's close on this. These people that you see on TV that have these offices, congressmen, senators, cabinet head members, agency head members, they are not like us. They're not regular people. They buy these offices. They have privilege. They're all friends. And even on the opposite ends, like Republican, Democrat, they are friends behind the scenes. They are not. They're public enemies, and they put on a show, and it's all theater. But when the camera's off and they're behind closed doors, they are fucking friends. Okay, it's all fugazi.
Now look, I posted on my page the handshake that Biden and Trump did at that meeting, and what that handshake means. They are on the same side. Always have.
Always. That's what I can agree with that one. I can agree with that.
Pull it all.
Thanks.
Hey, look, let's get out of here. But look, if y'all watching, man, Whistling P-Ho, Don Thomas, what up, Brody? Like the video, share the video, have a conversation in the chat. If you're on the YouTube, Tim, what up? If you're on the Facebook, what up? Share this, like this. Keep the conversation going. We'll be back next week, man. Next Wednesday, 9 o'clock. You know what time it is. We're going to have another talk. Probably this politics shit, because Civil War coming. Get you some guns, motherfucker. Get you some food and canned goods and shit.
Oh, my God. I'm good. We good. All right, y'all. See y'all.